give you that information in a moment. Our purpose is to give you that information real time. So we'll be back probably a little bit later with more detailed information, but there's a lot of questions out there. We wanted to make sure everybody knew what happened. After the demonstration, there were about 800 people in that demonstration. We had 100 officers protecting the demonstrators and the surrounding area. After the demonstration, a march was taking place to the West End, and at 8:58, our worst nightmare happened. Our Dallas Public Safety, Dallas Police Department, DART officers were fired upon by shooters. I'm sad to say that we have deceased, and it is a heartbreaking moment for the city of Dallas. I'm going to let Chief Brown go over the details of that, and then I'll come back and close, and we'll take the questions that we can take. Chief.
First of all, this is a very emotional time for our department, for the law enforcement community here in Dallas and across this country as it relates to this incident. What I can tell you as an update is that just before coming out, we got information that we had a suspect cornered in the El Centro garage on the second floor. We believe is one of the shooters, and we are negotiating with that person as we speak. So I'm going to have to get back real quick, but we do know what happened is that two snipers, at least two snipers, from elevated positions as the protest rally march ended, began firing upon our officers, ambush style, and shot what we believe at this point 11 officers. And we've confirmed one more since we put out the initial 10. 11 officers were shot, and 3 are deceased. Some shot in the back. We believe that these suspects were positioning themselves in a way to triangulate on these officers from two different perches in garages in the downtown area, and planned to injure and kill as many law enforcement officers as they could. We are reaching out to the families of all these officers and getting them transported to the hospital, so we'll ask for your prayers for these families. And we ask that you give our officers strength to catch these suspects and bring them to justice. Tonight, if anyone has information about these suspects, please call the Dallas Police Department. Call 911 and give us that information so we can bring these people to justice. We also believe that these suspects have threatened to plant a bomb in the downtown area. We have reached out to our federal law enforcement partners, both the FBI and the ATF, to help us search for both the suspects, or maybe it's more, and to do a very thorough search of this area where we believe there might be a bomb planted. And again, I'll quickly take some questions, but I want to remind you, we got one of these suspects cornered, and I need to get back and take care of the business of protecting this city. So
let me finish, and then we'll take the questions. Okay. I ask everybody to focus on one thing right now, and that is our Dallas police officers, their families, those that are deceased, those that are in the hospital, fighting for their lives. Let's all come together and support our police officers. I've never been as proud. I believe we've got one of the best forces in the nation, and we've done things with civil rights in the right way, and we've done it for the safety of our citizens. So please, let's come together right now as a city. Let's take some questions.
Chief, talk about the pictures you guys want put out. Who are these people you're looking for in the pictures? They handed a bunch of these out.
Right, we wanted to show a person of interest who witnesses at the scene say were involved in this shooting in some way. So this is a person of interest. As you can see, they're in camouflage, and they have a rifle strap slung with a rifle butt sticking up. And we know that rifles were used to injure and kill Dallas officers and a Dart officer. And so if anyone knows or recognizes this picture, please immediately call 911. Do not approach this suspect. We'll bring him to justice.
Get the numbers. There's 10 Dallas police officers that have been shot. 3 Dallas police officers deceased. 1 Dart officer, 4 Dart officers shot, or does that include Wisconsin also Dart?
Right, so again, the initial release was we had 10 officers shot. One of those officers, but not deceased. There's 2 Dallas officers deceased. And as I mentioned, to update you, from that initial 10, we've had an additional officer to bring the total to 11. Any other questions?
And we also have one civilian.
Yes,
Wounded?
wounded. Any other questions?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll get back to you
Thank you.
guys.